Hi, my name is Betty, and welcome to a new series I'm doing on Stardew Valley. This is one of my favorite video games to play, and I see a lot of people try to play this game and get really overwhelmed and kind of annoyed with like how boring the first year of the game is, which is disappointing because all of the really great stuff in this game happens late game. So here's just an example of one of my farms. This farm is on year 10. And so I just wanted to give you like a little sneak peek of what your game can be like if you make it through the first year and unlock some of the really cool stuff that happens later in Stardew Valley. I play on my Nintendo Switch because I prefer the controls. That's where I've played most of the time that I've played. I've done a little bit of on PC, but I just really like being able to use my controller. So that's also why I don't play with mods, is because I play on my Nintendo Switch. This game is really affordable. Last I checked, it's only $15. And for the amount of gameplay that I've gotten out of it, it's definitely worth that. So if you've been thinking about playing but haven't really been sure, definitely recommend it. So yeah, let's get started. So this video is going to be all about how I would play the first week of Stardew Valley. So I'm starting a brand new save file so I can show you guys exactly all of the things that I would do in the first 7 days. Obviously you can play however you want. These are just my suggestions on how I play these first 7 days to kind of get the main story going. So I'm just gonna put together my little character here, and the biggest choice to make right here is which farm layout you're gonna use. And I recommend always doing the forest farm. They're all great. You can definitely pick whichever one's your favorite. But I think the forest farm helps complete the community center the fastest. So that's the one that I'm gonna pick. And completing the community center is like the big story of year 1 that we want to get through. Okay, so day 1, we're going to get our parsnip seeds and we're going to get started. Every single morning when you wake up, you want to check your TV. It'll give you the weather for the next day, what your luck is going to be, and then sometimes there's recipes that you can learn or other like tidbits or things that you need to be aware of. Your first task is to make room for a little garden. So when you come out of your house, you don't need to worry about cleaning out your entire farm. You just need to make enough room to plant the 15 parsnip seeds that you just got. So I'm doing that. The other thing I'm going to do right away is change my settings. I like to always show tool hit location because that just helps me know like what I'm doing to make using tools more efficient. So I'm going to get those seeds planted and watered. Once my seeds are planted and watered, I'm just going to cut trees until I run out of energy. So in the lower right corner is my energy bar. And that shows how much energy I have until I pass out, basically. So it's only 8:30 in the morning. My energy's already half gone. At the beginning of the game, your energy runs out really fast. And you can make your energy bar refill by eating food. But these first 7 days, I don't really recommend it because there's not really any advantage to playing every single day all the way until nighttime. So I'm just burning off some energy here until I'm ready to go to bed. So the other thing I did was cut a couple of the weeds that I saw on the ground, and I got these mixed seeds, and I'm going to make sure I plant those right away because I'm going to get profit from that crop. They were free seeds, which is what we want. We don't want to have to spend money on seeds, so those are just free ones that I found in the ground. And then I'm going to make a box. I'm going to put everything that I can in this box. And then I'm going to go to bed. It's not even noon yet, but we're just getting through the days. Okay, so it is day 2. We're going to get up and check our TV right away, just like every morning. And then of course we have to check our mail, and Willie has something for us down at the ocean. So we're gonna definitely go down there today. And then we gotta water our crops. And let's head down to the beach. On my way down to the beach, I'm gonna stop and cut some weeds because again, I'm looking for mixed seeds because those are free seeds that you can plant. And I'm gonna pick up any goods that are just laying on the ground. These are called foraged goods because it's springtime. We're looking for daffodils, horseradishes, leeks, and dandelions. So I just got my fishing pole. I plan on doing a whole other video on fishing and how to fish because it's a great way to make money. So if you want to see that, make sure you subscribe. I'm picking up these forage goods on the beach, and instead of running all the way back to my cell box with full pockets, I'm going to just go right in here to Willie and sell them to him directly. I get the money immediately. I don't have to worry about waiting till tomorrow. And I don't have to run around with it in my pocket. Before I go back to my farm, I'm going to go up here to a place where I know there's a bunch of grass that I can cut and hopefully get some mixed seeds. Because like I said, free seeds are great. And I didn't get very many, but I did get a couple. And then I also grabbed that daffodil that was there on the ground. So I'm going to plant those. And then I'm going to put, I'm just keeping stuff in my box. I don't feel like I need to sell everything right now. I'm just holding on to it because we are going to need some of those things in a couple of days. So definitely use that box. So you can see here, I made a mistake. I became sluggish from overexhaustion. So if you run out of that energy meter, your body will slow down. You won't be able to walk as fast. And if you continue working after you become sluggish, then you will pass out and wake up the next morning in your bed. And we definitely don't want that. So we made it to the end of day 2, and it's time for day 3. And you can see that because it's dark out the window that it's raining, which is awesome. That means we don't have to water our crops today. I'm going to check the TV. And then today I'm just going to quickly chop these trees and go back to bed. Day 3 is going to be super simple and easy. We're really just trying to make it to day 5 so we can get the main storyline started. We don't need to play out all of these days until the end of the night. It's just not really worth it. So it's 9:20 in the morning and we're going right to sleep. Okay, day 4. Got to get up and water those crops just like every morning. So we're going to get that done, and then we're going to get to chopping wood. So today I'm looking to get up to 300 pieces of wood in my pocket so I can go fix the bridge at the beach. That'll get us over to the tide pool area of the beach where there's a bunch of stuff that we can pick up and sell. So I've got my 300 pieces of wood and it's time to head down to the beach. So right over here, we're going to get that bridge fixed. And then we're going to grab these coral and we're going to sell them right here at Willie's. We're not going to take them all the way back home to our sell box because our pockets will be way too full. So we're just going to sell them here, get that money right away. And then before we go back home, we're actually going to make a loop through the woods. And we're going to be looking for grass that we can cut that will have mixed seeds in it, and also grabbing whatever foraged goods we can find. So there's a horseradish. A couple more horseradishes. Those are great because you can eat them or you can sell them, and as you are going to see in a couple of seconds here, we can craft with them. So now that I'm back home, and I noticed that I have one of each of each of the seasonal foraged goods. So I have a dandelion, a daffodil, a leek, and a horseradish. So I'm going to put each of those in my pocket, and then I'm going to use my crafting menu to craft them into seeds that I can plant. So I'm just grabbing those out of my box and then going to my crafting menu and crafting those wild seeds. And then I'm saving those forage goods for now. I'm selling the daffodil because you can't get any energy from eating it, so it does less for me than the other ones. And I am trying to hang on to as much stuff as I can right now. I will need money pretty soon, but on day 4, it's really not that big of a deal. I'm more focused on making sure that I have things to plant and grow so that I have more sustainable income in a little while. So 6:20 p.m., going right to bed. I haven't even made it to dark on a single day yet. I've just been going to bed super early. Waking up on day 5, I notice that it's raining. So usually it's sunny on day 5 and you're able to start your main storyline. But because I have rain, I'm going to have to hold off until day 6. So I'm going to get these parsnips picked because they're ready. And then I'm going to save one in my box because I'm going to need that for later. And then I'm going to take some things to Pierre to sell. And actually, before I go see Pierre, because it's Friday, I'm going to go see the pig cart. So the pig cart is here on Fridays and Sundays. He's down in the forest. He's always in the same spot. And he has just like a random assortment of things that you can buy. So once you get into the community center, this is going to be really important to check every Friday and every Sunday. And we'll get into more later, but just make sure you check it on day 5. And what you're really looking for is a red cabbage. So just a little tip to look for red cabbage at the pig cart. So I did not sell my parsnips in the box this morning because I'd have to wait till tomorrow to get the profit, which means I wouldn't be able to put my money towards seeds yet. So I sold my produce straight to Pierre. And then I'm going to buy 2 of each crop and then a couple extra parsnip seeds because they grow really fast and they're really cheap. So when you're buying seeds, you need to make sure that you're thinking about what you want to water and that you're not buying so many seeds that you don't want to water your crops every day because that can be really, really draining and it's not very much fun. So I only bought 20 parsnip seeds, 2 kale, 2 potatoes, 2 cauliflower, and then I bought 1 bean because it will continually reproduce. So I only need to buy 1 and it will give me more than 1 crop. So I just made a big enough garden to not drive myself crazy. So because it's raining on my day 5, I can't start the community center yet. I won't get the cutscene. So I decided to go to the mine and mine for the rest of the day. Now I plan on making a whole video on mining. But if it's not raining on your day 5, I suggest getting started on the community center. So the community center is really the main storyline of year 1 of this game. And you trigger it by entering the main town between 8 a.m. and 1 p.m. when it's sunny on day 5 or later. And I'm going to skip the cutscene so you can watch it yourself. But the important thing after you get the cutscene is that you actually enter the community center and make sure you run over and inspect the bundle on the ground. I'm just going to grab these daffodils as I'm running by. But this is the community center, and as you can see, it's dilapidated and run down, and we are going to be restoring it. So to trigger the next part of the game, you have to make sure you go over and click on this, and it'll be gibberish, but we'll make sure we take care of that tomorrow. And you can fill up the rest of your day with foraging or mining or fishing if you're feeling ambitious. And now it's day 7 and we have a letter from the wizard to come visit. So I'm just going to water my crops really quickly. And then because it's Sunday, and remember every Friday and Sunday we go to the pig cart, and luckily it's right on the way, and we're looking for a red cabbage, which we'll get into why later. And he doesn't have one, so I will be on my way and head on over to the wizard. And the wizard is going to give you a cutscene. That's probably my favorite cutscene in the game. And once you've watched that, you will be able to see what you need to fix up the community center. If you go into your inventory, there's a little button that looks like a tree, and it will tell you what you need. So those are my suggestions for week 1, just quick and dirty. If you guys want to see more, please subscribe, and I will do another video. Hope to talk to you later. Bye.